Welcome to The Atheist Point of View. This is episode 2, How I Became a Christian. So in the first episode, I talked briefly about the dichotomy of accepting a proposition or not accepting a proposition. There seemed to be a little bit of confusion about the example of $20. The focus should have been on the acceptance or not acceptance of a proposition. However, I want to spend a little bit more time focused on how I became a Christian in this episode. So I was born in the state of Georgia and I moved to the state of North Carolina when I was about 13 years old. As you can imagine, with most southern states, it was very religious and there were churches on every corner. It wasn't a big part of our life at this point. It was up until about 14 years old when I met a girl living in North Carolina who was a very big member of the church that I began to go almost every day of the week. At this point, I'd become very involved in the church and almost felt like a member of the family. So it gave me the impression that I was doing the right thing, that God had spoke to me and brought me to this for a reason. I believed that I'd wanted to be a pastor. So I began to study. This is when I began to fall away from the church a little bit. I began to smoke marijuana, drink alcohol. But this is where I really had the moment that a lot of people seem to talk about, where I was in jail. I'd violated a probationary period for smoking marijuana, and they put me in jail for 60 days as a way to clean me up. But after I began studying the Bible and reading it every day, I had a vision. So this vision started with me looking down, realizing I was standing on a plank of wood high above the ground, inside of the current jail that I was in. I noticed at the end of the wood there was a man standing facing me. It seemed to be Jesus. He was wearing sandals and a robe. I did not look up. The only thing I could see was his feet. I realized that I was high above the ground, so I dropped to my knees and grabbed onto the board. At this point, I can hear it come to me. I said, "No, I can't. I'm scared." He said, "Let go and come to me." At this point, I woke up and my dream was over. This was very impactful to me. I believed wholeheartedly that what Jesus was trying to tell me is to let go of my fears and come to Him. At that point, I did. I woke up and I spent the rest of my time in jail dedicating my time to studying the Bible and believed that Jesus had spoken directly to me and asked me to become a preacher. That's all I've got for this episode. In the next episode, I want to talk about briefly how I lost those beliefs. What came up to me to disregard those dreams? How could somebody have a vision like this and then become an atheist after that? I think in the next episode, you'll understand why. So thank you for watching. Have a good day.